세러데이 쇼다운 T1 대 젠지 또 너냐?
Asante, I think, is worse, but does provide more carry potential. This is all in on Hannah carrying, right? What we're looking for. And Hannah has been an amazing player, and I actually don't mind this angle here from Brian. Lahan's not really going to go too crazy with the counter pick in the way that we know sometimes he likes to do. It's just going to be the Rakan pickup. Does mean that the laning phase for KT is going to be pretty lackluster, both Rakan and Kaisa, not necessarily.
The Lord up towards the top side just finds the way. We'll have to find out as we hop into the Rift for game 1. Because you don't necessarily believe that they're going to win this game. You just believe that eventually, sometime in the future, Bro will win.
Early linchpin of Brion.
Yeah, Empress Divide going to push Umpty under the turret, actually. Very cute. And eventually does shift some sand to get himself out of the way. Karis not going to find a charm, though. That is the main reason why things don't necessarily go as well as they could.
What made this team good? I think they were very snowbally, great at 1-for-1, but right now, the team fighting has looked incredible.
Yeah, Karis on a ward. Fishing for a potential charm angle. They find the snare. Effort dives forward. Emperor's Divide's going to land onto a few as Lahans gets in there, but it's Casante that picks up the first kill. The Lord has decided that Bro will be winning this fight, and KT, they're going to try and get out. Karis dashing forward, getting some of these resets, but doesn't find the charm. And now the Rift Herald is going to be what they take home. A dash forward there from Morgan. Unable to find that third Q as BDD thinking about coming back around again. And Bro are going to be scared off this one.
On the KT, a backline. So this is exactly the type of fight I was talking about. Bro, find individual target, blow them up in a single rotation. Cuz actually does get, even as a tanky Aftershock Sejuani, once the Herald actually comes down.
Nice. Charm is going to connect. Orbit Deception does a fair bit of work there as Heroic Charge finds the smallest pit. And Umpty says no to BDD. Tried to greed for that plate gold. Umpty going to be able to walk this one off just fine. You know, it's a delayed situation.
Teleport is available, but I don't think you want to go for this without Umpty.
Do you win the game by killing neutral objectives, or do you win the game by killing Nexuses?
It's like an iron deficiency.
I like how we've been talking about, we've been talking about Dragon Souls in terms of food for like the last... As Umpty, unbeknownst to him, there is a lot of people in this brush. There's the knock-up, already takes a lot of damage. Killer Instinct interrupted, but it does not matter. Umpty is just taken out in his own jungle. KT will strike, and this is perfect timing for this squad as well. Gravitum, decent amount of follow-up damage onto Lahens, but he'll be able to walk it off. And KT will move over. They'll grab themselves their second Drake, and probably augment that with the Herald as well. The Steadfast Presence to speed him up, get himself out of here, but Cuz still going to catch up. Winter's Wrath going to slow him down. They find the prison. Emperor's Divide gets the Poppy over the wall. He's running pretty quick, though, and he's actually going to Heroic Charge his way out. Lahen's in so much trouble as Karis looking for an opportunity. Has to get out, but BDD is taking a lot of damage himself. Orbit Deception does a lot of work, and BDD has to flash over. Keen finds himself alone, and it's another Heroic Charge. He gets smashed into the sky, but he's still fighting. Flashes away eventually. Why isn't anyone dead yet? What's going on here? Cuz still chasing. What? Bro, just get out! Huh? Voidseeker, what?
So, I think you really need Lord Doms into this team to actually, especially as a soul damage threat.
They find the prison under Effort. He's going to try and crash his way out of this. He's going to do so. Karis will turn up, possibly out of position, as somehow Effort is walking very slowly to safety, and it is the Rakan that goes down. Lahen's just caught against the wall there by the Poppy. How did that play from Effort work in any way, shape, or form, Chronicle? Explain it to me.
I don't know if it did.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, so wait, they lose Lahens, and now KT have priority on the Baron.
They're forcing a play here. Look at the speed with which this goes down, but they got to peel off, I think.
This Kaiser does so much work. Umpty just has to watch, but can they get out is the question. The Everfrost comes on in, gets a fair bit of CC as they're all against the wall. That's the all-out used onto BDD. He's aiming, dives on on top of Henna. That was dangerous. He had red-white, but it's not going to be enough. Karis going to blow up, and now it's aiming, getting one after the other. Effort not going to be so lucky this time. And somehow, it went from Lehens getting picked to KT getting Baron and everything else.
It's the way that... Oh, hold up, we don't have time.
Yeah, bro, looking for this Drake. They need to deny the soul. Lehens wrapping around, keep diving into the pit. This could be do or die for Bro. Can they lock it down? Yes, they can. Umpty secures the Drake, but can they get out? The Sand Soldier's doing so much work. Lehens finds the backline. He ties them all up. The Emperor's Divide going to come forward. It's only Umpty that goes down, but now Bro, they're on the back foot. Keen goes golden. Morgan's limping out of there. Karis getting a few extra dashes here with some essence that he picked up, but he is still on the run, and Keen's going to get that last auto. Morgan's going to go down. KT will get the ace.
He has stopwatch and flash.
Are the Nexus turrets going to be fine? Is Everfrost going to be avoided because Keen's diving on top of Umpty? Leap strikes away, and now Cuz is going to find the backline. Pro are a little bit too far away from home. It is a decent step-past presence, but they've got more ground to make up. A defensive Magnustorm as Lehens dives into the backline. Henna has red-white, but he's going to be whipped up by aiming into the backline. Double kill for the Kai'Sa. Effort the last man standing. It's going to be a double for Keen at the same time. And KT, just a little bit of dot and eyes and crossing T's as they take down Bro here in game one.
Well, they play around enabling their AD carries because the space that is bought by the rest of KT in forcing cooldowns on the opposing side, in making sure that Henna doesn't get to play the game, and keeping Karis off the backline. Because I was about to say, like, playing Yone into Poppy does feel pretty unfun. It's really good into Thalios, but BDD is bringing it back. I forgot who was the first person. Was it Karis actually who picked it up? Interesting. Don't feel like that is the best of matchups, because when it comes to the amount of power that you have available as Veigar into short-range characters, you're feeling great. When it's into specifically characters that arrange you, and Milio, I think, actually does a pretty good job of dealing with it, as Lehens just picks Nautilus again, as he likes to do.
Yeah. No other team's been able to do it. See whether they can here as we hop onto the Rift.
Ability of Brionne to set up around Henna should be better here.
Yeah.
But, you know, will they actually do that? That is a whole nother thing, because as the desk, I think, highlighted very well as well.
And it looks like the Poppy is going to back away.
It's going to flush over the wall. That's kind of what I was waiting for.
Yeah, I wanted to see it as well.
I'm talking Herald wall. Talking go all the way as the hook.
Well, speaking of all the way, there is the hook. They managed to get the passive as well, as Henna is absolutely fine. Cozy Campfire put down, grabbing him in a great position here is Henna.
Genji and KT, so the similarities make sense.
Lehens in a little bit of trouble here as Cuz moving on over. Umpty getting a little bit frustrating, has effort right on top of him as Karis dives towards towards BDD, sorry. But he sets up the event horizon, aiming an after cleanse. Emperor's Divide onto just Cuz, and he's going to use that to taxi flash his way out. And it's once again one of these moments when no one dies and like lots of summoner spells are used and stuff, and now we have to work out who wins. We're allowed to be creative when it's bro stats. Back me up, chat. Okay, Keen moving down there, going to steal away this bloomer.
Anyone that works in statistics just started writing a very angry tweet as Umpty, no!
Oh dear. Or thread. Umpty's going to get himself out. Used a whole bunch of stats there.
Yeah, you did.
We've been using stats, you know, our whole career, so we're very, very good at it. So obviously, at 9 minutes,
loving this.
with full vision
Contestus
control.
coming through. Can they win the fight? Effort is level 6. Lehens is not.
Yeah, and there's the hook. It's going to connect, but there's the fire kick. They do manage to get the stun on the Henna. Moonlight Vigil will connect, though, and Lehens is going to walk his way out. And, of course, as per usual, no one's dead, but Bro get a Drake. He is still relatively low. Karis could swoop in on him. Doesn't have flash available, though. BDD does have his, as he is an all-out. And they pull him into the waiting arms of the heroic charge. That is a dead crocodile, cleanly played by the Lord and his general.
Him going in with a Q and not really autoing you, so a bit rough from that one.
Bit of a battle down here. They're looking for effort. Oh, everyone just leaves. He finds the hook, and it doesn't matter now. Sejuani nowhere to go. Does find a Winter's Wrath, but that is a very dead piggy. And Karis going to swoop in and grab it. 2-0 now in favor of the Bros.
Oh boy, he is Cassante.
Yeah, as Lehens, he's over there. Morgan's like, he's going to clear out the way. He'll Cassante it. Shoutouts to Sherman.
They're going to get first turret blood and a dragon.
First turret blood, a Drake, a second Drake. They might even be able to move up, grab themselves a Herald.
They're even on gold.
This is bro, not only being totally fine gold-wise, they have 100%, they have infinity % of the kills.
National Treasure 1 and 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think when you have to like rate it objectively as aiming.
Yeah, gonna flash the Emperor's Divide, but still has to use a summoner spell to get out of the way of Karis. Karis did invest his as well, though, as Shirley's gonna make her way down towards this outer turret in mid lane. KT will still trade up in this moment, just gets forgotten immediately afterwards.
Yeah, it's a weird time as Karis might be good. Oh, wait.
The prison. Oh, who's trapping who? As KT, they are over the wall, but Cuz is taking a lot of damage. Oh, he's going to deny the exit! And Cuz will now land the prison. He has to flash to get himself out as Karis gets over the wall and everyone's trying to move, but they can't. Aiming, he's going to get singled out, though. The Q's going to land it from a million miles away. Henna gets aiming out of this one. Still, of course, like, no one dies in these fights. It's just not how it goes. Event Horizon goes down. BDD going to walk back to the turret, and a Sun Disc falls.
That might be one of the...
Oh! That was a Hex Splash and a hook that missed.
The most high-value cages I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because they got, like...
Moving around. Who's trapping who?
2-item
the
spikes.
Story of this series, to be honest. Florent's moving forward. Okay, he could be the target that they're looking for, but BDD's rotating around. They finally get some vision there in that brush. As the hook is going to land. Steadfast Presence is fantastic. Heroic charge, but he's right into the wall. Henna's still going to take down the hands, but Umpty, he's taking so much damage. King gets in there and rips up the body. It's a 1-for-1, but now Morgan, he's inside the Thunderdome, though. The Event Horizon's going to trap... Who's trapping Cassante? No one! They are just going to get out. This time, though, it's a 1-for-1 instead of a 0-for-0. We're upgrading.
Yeah, maybe they can get something going. Cuz still at the ready here. They're trying to go for this turret.
Yeah, Cuz going to get over there as Mega Fire Kick does come through. Morgan going to buffer that CC Ignore in the W, and he'll be absolutely fine. Just Cassante things, guys. Get that spam in chat. Well, I mean, it wasn't quite the fine line in game number 1. This time around, though, they're going to benefit from slowing the game down, and that's how Bro should always draft, to be honest, because they play like they have a scaling draft every time regardless. Hook going to miss.
Keen on the flank.
Yeah, there's the Dominus. He's just going to flash on top of Effort, just whips him up. It's red-white guns, but Henna is still out of this fight. A hook is going to connect. Emperor's Divides to try and divide it, but it's not going to work out. The pigeon falls, and sometimes Keen just takes matters into his own hands, and Bro, they are going to be at the wrong end of it. Right now, though,
with a dream.
The tough position is Cuz not going to get stunned by the heroic charge. Permafrost comes down. Voidseeker will connect. There is an angle for the Kai'Sa to turn up, but aiming, showing that restraint that we were talking about. Finds Henna there. If he had have just gone in right there as the caster curse flew through, I would have been very sad. But you're right, it would have been pretty perfect. Is BDD caught out of position, or is he? As Effort just explodes. They go 1-for-1. Support for mid laner, though. You're going to say it's all right here for Bro. As the Keeper's Verdict comes in, will be interrupted there by Cuz as Keen dives on top of Henna. The lifeline was kind of working for a second there. Seemed all right. Keen, of course, has GA, so he doesn't really care about this whatsoever. Umpty now underneath the dregs of this turret, and he is going to fall down. Aiming will collect the kill, and now the base is broken. KT, they found that one flank angle.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. I want to be very upfront. This is not about Henna.
There are a lot of buttons being pressed onto this Poppy, who is just in the bouncy castle and then ejected from said bouncy castle to the death chamber. We're not going to be able to defend this inner turret. Keen is dealing with Nexus turrets here as Karis is just surfing after him. It's not really working out as Keen just going to try and wander his way away from this one, and he will be able to do so. This Nexus turret on 0 health as they will eradicate the last inhibitor on this map. KT looking to get to a near perfect first round robin. If you ignore the first week, they have not lost a single game, and it looks like today it is not going to change.
Go and try and end, but doesn't look like that's the case.
Yeah, Henna is going to cleanse as BDD just finds once again the Melio. So they lack now that ultimate, but Henna should be able to take down BDD. Flashes on top of him, picks up the kill, but he just explodes. Oh no, the primordial burst from beyond the grave is going to take down the Aphelios. Keen, he's got a GA, so he doesn't even really mind about what Karis is doing here. The Renekton is going to go against his Emperor. as Karis is trying to order him away, but he is not a sand soldier, he is a crocodile.
He's not listening!
He is definitely not. Hook is going to land and the Emperor will fall. That is going to be the ace, and KT will say goodbye to Bro in this series. A 2-0, a comfortable one, and that is just KT remaining on the onslaught.
And Renek, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they were agreeing with you, Chronicler, in the Keen vote, and I think honestly makes a lot of sense.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by Aiming and Keen on the side of KT Roaster. Congratulations on a 7-match winning streak and also 14 games winning streak. Congratulations one more time. Keen, how do you feel? I'm happy that we're continuing the streak. And next match is also up against Bro, so I will make sure to get another win. This was the last game or last series of the first round robin, so it feels amazing to close out the first round with a win. And Amy, congratulations on getting your 1500th kill of the LCK. How do you feel about this new milestone you just achieved? Like, we have so many, stacked lineup of AD carries, and it means a lot that I was able to join them in terms of the, kill leaderboard. Keen. It's always a joy, listening into the KT voice comment after game 2. Everyone was talking about the POG, and you were the POG in the end for game 2. How do you feel? I don't really care much about the POG, and then someone told me I'm the POG, so I was like, okay, well, nice. Awesome. And Keen, I want to go all the way back to the first game. Well, early Herald fight was not easy for you guys, but KT was still able to execute a very clean map control. What did you focus on in terms of the macro plays? I mean, we still got the Herald, and our comp was pretty decent, so we just wanted to focus on fights in order to close the gap. And aiming. I think the moment when Kaisa completed her static shift, KT Roaster started to turn the game around. The bottom lane matchup was so important between Kaisa and Aphelios. How did you look at this matchup? Yeah, once Kaisa gets her shiv, it's so easy for her to play out the game. So we were just waiting for the late game power spike of Kaisa because we were confident that we're gonna win the late game team fights. And exactly like you said, well, in game number 1, you guys are able to get more than 8,000 Baron power play, and you guys started this up really early. Were you confident that you will be able to sneak that away? Yeah, we knew that we had the burst damage for Baron, so we wanted to start the Baron and then take the fight as well. A very clean teamfight win by KT Roaster over there. And that was it for game 1. And then game 2, we saw Veigar from BDD. Second Veigar game of the season. What did you focus on when you were locking in the Veigar to finish your comp? BDD is pretty confident in Veigar. So yeah, we decided to just give it a go. And we all believe in BDD's Veigar, always protecting his tier 1 turret on the mid lane, so it was very reliable. And Keen, your Renekton was able to, just bully the enemy K'Sante from the get-go on the top lane. So K'Sante should be a counter into Renekton. How did you look at this champion matchup? I'm pretty used to this, K'Sante Renekton matchup. And today, I think I had some of the better days being Renekton up against K'Sante. So I was able to get ahead early because I got kind of lucky. And on the Korean side of the analyst desk, we were paying attention to the early jungle pathing, and KT players are actually pinging, predicting the enemy jungler's location, which was really accurate. Who makes those calls? Because is someone pinging the potential location of the enemy jungler, and sometimes even the laners also ask him where he could be, and Cuz always let us know by pinging on the minimap. The Keen, once you were able to get the lead early on from the laning phase, you were able to dominate the late game team fights as well. So let's take a look at this replay where you were able to find a very good flank angle and finding the Millia in the very back line. So Millia has ult. So if I flash stun that Aphelios, Millia can just neutralize it. So I rather wanted to focus on Millia with my flash. Millia, the living QSS for Aphelios was deleted by that Renekton combo. And with this win, KT Roaster 14 games winning streak. This is the longest winning streak that KT ever had since the Orc's history. Are you happy with this outcome? Absolutely. I'm so happy that we won so many times this season. I mean, this winning streak is pretty long. It feels amazing, and I hope we can continue this. Now this marks the end of the first round robin. And with this momentum, I think KT might be able to even have a perfect run in the second round robin. And you know, the first match of the second round will be the rematch of today up against OK Savings Bank Bro. What is your mindset heading into the latter half of the summer season? Keen, please go ahead. So we are playing the last match of the first round and also the first match of the second round up against Bro. I've never been in this kind of a situation, a little bit flustered, but we will make sure to come back with even cleaner draft in the upcoming match up against Bro. What about you aiming? Same as Keen. And this will be the end of the interview for Keen aiming on the side of KT Roaster and back to the space. Thank you.